Hello guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel if you are new here, and if you are returning then thank you so much. So today's video, I was thinking of topics because I feel like I've really got into a flow with creating content and just giving different topic ideas, and there are a few I want to discuss, but I think the main one at the moment is just the concept of falling in love with yourself. And I have no agenda, no scripts, no notes, no nothing. This is gonna free flow as if I was giving advice to a friend, but it's definitely a journey that I've been on for like the past 7 years, I'd say, since I was 20. So I'm about to be 27, so yeah, let's say 6 years. I have really been on that journey of navigating, like finding self-love, self-worthiness, really just loving yourself no matter who comes in and out of your life. And every single time I go through anything, I go through breakups, or I realize that I need to focus on myself, it always comes back to making sure that you have your own life, your own focuses, your own everything. And I really want to dial into that in this video. So even if you are in a relationship, even if you are single and you're just wanting to gain some of that independence back, maybe detach a little bit from everybody else and just really have that focus in on you, then this is going to be the video, because there is so much strength and power in being able to be on your own and just, I guess, being not even just being on your own, but being okay with being on your own. Now, I'm someone that every single plan, I am so fortunate that there is somebody on the other end of the phone if I want to go for a coffee, if I want to go get lunch, if I want to go to the gym. I feel like I've got such an amazing group of friends and just people in my life that if I want to do something, 9 times out of 10, I never have to do it alone. But what I've definitely found is that has formed like such a dependency, and definitely in my last relationship, I noticed a big dependency on my side for even things like decision making, which it's taken me a little while to undo that and realize what kind of happened to me. But I definitely lost a lot of ability to make decisions on my own. I felt like I couldn't make a decision without running it past that person. That came from everything, life decisions, even like outfits sometimes, like without getting on the phone and like checking it and getting like the validation and the nod of approval. I got myself in such a cycle where I became really reliant, and I definitely noticed some of them tendencies happened as well. Even once I got out of that relationship, I started projecting them onto my friends. I feel like I needed my friends' advice. I just ran every decision past other people, and I feel like it really made me realize that I lost the ability to just trust my own decisions, and not even just my own decisions, but trust in what I want. And I feel like this is going to be a video for anybody that's just wanting to maybe regain some power, stand on your own and feel really empowered doing that as well. Because yeah, I've definitely noticed that I know I have an anxious attachment style anyway, and I would definitely recommend reading the book Attached. I'll leave it linked down below if you want to understand attachment styles a lot more, because it really helped me understand just my tendencies, my thought processes, the way that I do get attached as well. And I'm really working on that in this time, like being on my own and focusing on me, just to get that like independence back, where my next relationship isn't going to be like a codependent or dependent situation. It's going to be I have my life, you have yours, and we just come into each other's lives and it elevates it. And I really feel like I'm on that journey at the moment of just really pushing myself where I can to strengthen the relationship that I have with myself. Being comfortable in silence is one big thing for me. I am surrounded by noise at all times, whether it's music, whether it's YouTube. You will not catch me in the house silent, or in the car, or anywhere. I seem to really depend on that like distraction, and that's something that I'm working on at the moment. Is even this morning I took myself to the gym, I pushed myself, and I pushed myself to go in the spa as well on my own, which again is something I'm totally cool with now. But even just not taking my AirPods or not being on my phone the whole time and just sitting and being present, I feel like was really strengthening just that time with me, like that quiet time with myself. Apologies, a phone call just came in, but I think I was talking about having that time with yourself and like being okay with it. And even though I could, even for today, go and have plans with people, I'm really trying to push myself to have some more solo dates and just prioritize that relationship with me as well, because I feel like a lot of us, we prioritize relationships with so many people and they are so important, but we are the only person that we are guaranteed to live with for the rest of our lives. And I truly believe that that's the relationship that always gets neglected as well. So I'm really kind of working on, at the moment, getting some solo time back in my life, getting some solo dates. I feel like a lot is happening, a lot is changing at the moment, and just finding those kind of opportunities to ground myself, spend time with myself, learn myself a little bit more. Because even, like I said, with being somebody that can end up being a little bit dependent, more for like emotional needs and reassurance and validity, learning to have that myself is actually one of the most empowering things that I have gone through in the past couple of months, is putting an outfit on and trusting my own opinion on it. And this is no reflection on anybody but me as to why I wanted opinions off everybody, why I needed to run everything past everyone first. I think it was just not fully trusting my own decisions because I've had other people's input for so long. But now I feel like I'm dressing a little different, like I'm just finding me again, but like me at the next level. And I feel like for anybody who is trying to regain that power and detach or move on or just have a life aside from the relationship that feels like yours, is get creative with it. Is my best tip. Is sit and brainstorm, like, who do you want to be? Who is the highest version of yourself? What is she doing? How is she dressing? How does she smell? Like, I've literally been updating every routine that I can in my life at the moment to feel more luxurious. And I'm so annoyed that I didn't do that when I was in a relationship. And I look back and I think, gosh, like, you let things go. And not that I ever let myself go, because I wouldn't, and I still hold a standard for myself. Even just the way that I prioritize certain routines now is so different. Like, I've upgraded my shower routine. I now have like a shower oil, and I just take a lot longer and a lot more care of myself. And I feel like anybody that's on their own, you'll definitely notice it, that you do just put more energy into yourself as well. And there's so much power in that. I feel like for years I've always felt like being on my own means that I've not been chosen, or that somebody doesn't want me, or, you know, no one sees my worth, it's just me. But actually it's so necessary, and we're not going to get this time back. Like, we're not going to get this time back to prioritize us and have that solo time with us. So yeah, that's definitely where I'm at the moment. And I feel like I just want to use YouTube to kind of share the journey that I'm on, like, with you guys. Everything that I learn along the way, share it with you guys, the same way that I am with my friends. And I'm just really, I'm loving it. I am loving being on this journey right now. Sorry, there's so many planes in the sky right now. I don't know how I'm not watching them crash. Like, there's so many planes that keep distracting me. But I'm in this era where I just feel like I can not necessarily experiment, because I don't feel like I need to go through that anymore. I feel like I did that when I was like 17, but trying different things, seeing if it works, trying new outfits, seeing what works with me, seeing what works with my figure, just having fun with the time and the focus on myself at the moment. And I feel like, again, if you guys are new here, you won't know that I've sold my house, I'm moving city, I am just being a little bit more spontaneous with my life and my decisions. And whilst things are carefully calculated to a degree, I am just really enjoying this. I feel like I'm living in like the best situation right now, where I can just say yes to plans. Like, I don't know how to describe it, and it's not even from being single, it's from prioritizing me, because I could very easily still act the same even without somebody in my life, if that makes sense. It's really been a conscious thing to prioritize reading like my books or watching my things, and not getting distracted when I'm speaking to somebody, or if somebody's text me or anything. Like, I just feel like I have literally taken that power back, because I heard this thing once, and this is a little bit off topic, bear with this video because I know it's a bit jumpy, but I heard this thing and it says that your inbox is just a place for everybody else's priorities. And that is how I've actually started viewing my phone. Like, am I using it to create content, to build my business, to do what I need to get done? Or is it getting used to basically tick off everybody else's priorities and keep everybody else happy? And as somebody that definitely is a people pleaser, this has been something I've been working on for the longest time, is having boundaries and really protecting my energy and my peace. But I think it's a lot harder to implement boundaries when you don't know what you want, or how you want to show up, or like who you want to be, what your priorities are, what your plans are, what are the things that are important to you. I think until you establish those values and those priorities, it is a little bit harder to have boundaries, because you're not there's no compromise on the table when somebody asks, like, do you want to go out tonight, and actually you want to build your business. It's kind of like, I don't really know, like, we might as well go. Whereas when you've got like a clear set of priorities, I think it's so much easier to have boundaries. And yeah, I'm just really on an era of protecting my peace, and I'm having to navigate a lot. Like, I'm having to navigate a lot of guilt from feeling like I'm prioritizing me, because I do run around after a lot of people, and I'm happy to do that. Like, that's the friend that I probably will always be, but I'm trying to do it to a level that's not of my detriment, that doesn't take me away from my business or my goals or my vision or things that are really important to me. And that's something that I would really encourage you guys to ask yourself as well, is if you are currently feeling like you're just a bit lost, or you don't really know what you're doing right now, sit with it, really have like a creative time with it, and think, who do I want to be? Like, if I could do any job, like, what would I do? And a lot of us just fall into a life, and for some people that is fine. Settling is fine, it's comfortable, and it's good, yeah? But there's a lot of us I know that always ask themselves, what if? And my biggest thing that I've learned is I would rather have a life of, oh well, I tried and it didn't work out, than what if I just did that? What if I just did that different job? What if I just tried? What if I just launched that business? What if I just went on that date with that person? And I'm really embodying that into like this next level of me, because I definitely got into a bit of a toxic head, and I'd say this all started probably last year, when I kind of had that view of like, men must do these things, like men have to be this, men have to do this. If they don't want to take you out to a fancy restaurant, then they don't respect you. And I don't know how to describe it. I think a lot of it was social media and what I was reading, and, you know, wanting to be like a high value woman, which is great. But I think as I'm actually like really working on myself and getting to know me, I know that I'm so okay with getting taken to Nando's, or having a coffee date, or going on a walk. And even though I do deserve princess treatment, I don't expect people to give me that the first time they've met me, not having known me, not having really, you know, they don't even know if they like me. I am not expecting you to pay £200 to do extravagant things. And I definitely got myself in that headspace last year, where I was kind of like, if a man doesn't do this, like, then that means this. And again, it all comes, really, everything that's like I'm talking about comes from having that relationship with yourself and knowing yourself. Because if you don't, it's so easy to have and build a life that just kind of ticks everyone else's boxes and just goes along with what everybody else tells you is the right thing. And that's definitely like my biggest lessons at the moment whilst I'm on this journey, is just like regaining what's important to me. And like, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. Anything that you want to do in your life, it does not need to make sense to anybody else if you're happy. And I think until you can get to a situation where you know what those things are that are going to make you happy anyway, that's maybe where like the self-discovery side of it comes in. But yeah, this was a bit of like just a ramble and an offload, because I feel like I've had a lot of light bulb moments this past week, and I've just not found the time to like articulate it or write out what this YouTube video is going to be. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed like the style of this, just sitting down and genuinely being truthfully like mind to mouth connection here. I've got no notes. I'm not trying to like do a polished video with this. I'm just trying to share some things that I've gone through. And with that being said, I started the day this morning with a lovely solo day, and then I've just got myself ready, and I think I'm gonna go and take myself for some lunch. I think I'm gonna take myself on a nice little lunch work day and just go on a solo day, have some time with me, take my phone. I might take my headphones, just with it being like a cafe environment, but just have some time, just chilling with me, feeling okay about it, not worrying that anyone's gonna think like, why is she on her own, how weird is that? Like, I want to be on my own. I could be right now, like with someone at this cafe, but I'm choosing to be on my own and I'm choosing to have that time. And I know that to some people that might seem like, why would you just be on your own when you could like be with someone or your friend or someone that you love? But I think for me, it's just really practicing the art of being on my own as well. And even though I live on my own and I'm so used to it, I've lived on my own since I was 22, I still think just having the nice time with yourself is really, really important. So I've got myself ready just for me. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself in a nice outfit today just for me. I'm gonna go out and treat myself, and I cannot wait till I move city because I just feel like the solo shopping dates and just, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for this next chapter, and hopefully it can inspire a few of you guys as well. If you feel like you are really wanting to just regain that power and be comfortable and be okay on your own, that we're in this together. We're in this together, and I'm really, really excited. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video now before I waffle for the sake of it, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video.